So what is up, everyone? Today is Wednesday, May 27th. I took two trades in the Nasdaq today. One was a break even, one was a loss. The trade that was a break even actually was so close to hitting my 2-to-1 target that I got so tilted I actually had to end my stream early this morning and go for a walk and go like take some deep breaths. Because essentially coming to the session, I was very close to passing an eval. And if either of these trades hit, I would have passed that eval today. I mean, there's always another day, but I'm going to do my breakdown of my whole thought process coming to the session, right? So I'm going to move over to NQ. I was just like doing my charting on NQ. So starting on the daily time frame, we are very overextended. I've said this many times, but the reason I looked for shorts today, because I say we're overextended every day, but what made me look for shorts right now, right? It's the combination of we came up very high and we came all the way back down. We're leaving a wick on this daily candle. And keep in mind, like, this wick wasn't present at the bottom. Like, we put in a huge wick to the top and we were flipping and there was almost no wick to the downside at the time of me taking my trade, right? So that's always going in my favor. Again, on the 4-hour too, I saw that we had this huge move up. This 4-hour candle closed very bearish, as well as I feel like another thing I saw was when you looked at ES, you can see ES kind of like on the right side of my screen. When you mark out this high from like Monday, ES came and swept it so cleanly. So I feel like it's not like you look at NQ and think like, oh, why does bro want to short this? He sees one red candle. But it's like the combination of me seeing there's a new weak opening gap below that we came really close to like tapping into, it barely even like tapped into. Like ES didn't want to hit that new week opening gap for some reason, right? Strong draw below. You see we swept out these highs, strong reaction, right? So it's not like NQ is necessarily telling me we're going down, but ES is telling me we're going down, right? And they move in correlation, right? Hourly time frame. You can see just at 9 a.m. we start dumping, even 8 a.m., right? You can see the 8 a.m. like 1-hour candle was this first sign that we're gonna start to dump, right? This is almost like a, I think they call it like a hammer candle. I'm not too familiar with candlestick patterns, to be completely honest. All I know is like, I know, look, we wicked all the way up. We're closing all the way down here, right? There's a huge wick to the top side. I'm looking for bearish momentum, and I'm seeing follow through to the downside, right? So I'm looking for shorts. So on the 15-minute, I was pretty much saying I want to see a pullback into like any 5 or 15-minute gap. So you can see like market open is, I'd be scrolling right way too far. Market open is right around here, right? So I was hoping for a manipulation up at market open so I could take shorts. The only thing that sussed me out was I was thinking, you know what? If we go up at the open, like that wick's not really being respected, right? But so we just ended up dumping. So at this point, I'm looking for continuation shorts, right? Like we're leaving these huge wicks in the higher time frame. I'm seeing rejections higher time frame. ES has a draw below. So keeping all this in mind, I said, you know what? I want to wait for a pullback into a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap. So the first pullback we got was we pulled back into this 5-minute gap right here. And keep in mind, we did take out London lows. London lows were like over here. Let me just remind myself, I have my session indicator. It's always good to double check. Yeah, because Asia lows got taken out by London lows, and then London lows were over here. They got taken out pretty early on in the session. So yes, I was taking continuation past London and Asia lows. I just felt like the narrative higher time frame was we were delivering lower, we're overextended, there's new week opening gap below, right? Like you always gotta have a narrative in your trades. Like a lot of times, if you took shorts below London and Asia lows after we swept them, I'd say it's not a good trade. But in today's case, narrative-wise, I think it wasn't the worst idea, right? So we pulled back into, let me get rid of this indicator. So we pulled back into this 5-minute gap over here. This was before 10 a.m., okay? This is the first trade I took. Now, I was admitting in real time, the main thing going against me here is I am taking a trade before 10 a.m., right? Like, because a lot of times, like, think about it. Now, I'm taking a short right before 10 a.m. And why is 10 a.m. significant? I talk about this all the time, right? We're opening up and not only a new 4-hour candle, but like a new 1-hour candle, right? So there's 2 new candles that are opening, right? Well, I mean, every 1-hour candle I'm sorry, every 4-hour candle is a new 1 hour, but not every new 1 hour is a 4 hour though, if that makes sense, right? So we open up a new 4-hour candle. That candle is gonna go above the opening price and put in a wick, right? Like you can see, right? I'm looking at the 4-hour chart. There's a wick. Most candles have a wick on both sides. So keeping in mind we're opening up a new 4-hour candle. It's not the best idea to short. Keeping in mind that candle might get a wick. I still took it anyway. I'm not gonna say this is the best setup. Not going to say this is the worst setup. Like rating it, I'd say it's like a C plus setup, B minus maybe in my mind. Like if I had to rate it, we tapped into some zone on Bookmap. There were just orders resting up there. We got a little bit of follow through on this trade. I was actually only going for 1-to-1 because I actually only needed 1-to-1 to pass my eval. So it came really close to hitting my 1-to-1. Unfortunately, I never got my 1-to-1. It stopped me out. But I thought, you know what? We do have 10 a.m. open, right? Because 10 a.m. open was over here, right? This is 10 a.m. open. We've now traded above 10 a.m. open. What did 10 a.m. open trade up into, right? Because I'm not going to necessarily say, oh, we have 10 a.m. open, we're going to trade above 10 a.m. open. A lot of times, this is narrative wise. Like sometimes we're delivering hard. I don't necessarily need, but it's more ideal if 10 a.m. open delivers into something significant, right? Now, the minimum significant thing I'd like to see 10 a.m. open is open into was a 15-minute fair value gap. So in this case, right, I marked out that high up here. We've opened 10 a.m. open, manipulated up into this bearish 15-minute gap. Now, in theory, we should deliver down, right? So that was the next trade I took. And again, there were orders up there on Bookmap. I mean, I can pull it up my other monitor to show you guys real quick. This was around like 10 o'clock. Let me just pull up Bookmap real quick. Oh, I actually have it pulled up already. So you guys should be able to see this. So this was Bookmap at the time of my trade. So I took this first trade right before 10 a.m. right? So imagine like there's these orders right here. I think you can see my cursor, right? It's kind of hard to see, but right here, this line of orders. And you can see it even got a little bigger once we came into it. Like more orders kind of appeared as we tapped into it, and then I see these buyers come in. They get no follow through, push down. I took my short somewhere around here, let's say like 9.55. We got a little more follow through, and then end up coming out to stop me out here. And keep in mind, this is my re-entry, right? So after 10 a.m., came into this 15-minute gap, and there's more orders. You can see these ones got pulled and got re-put, if you know what I mean. Like, see, they were originally here, temporarily disappeared here. So push into these orders again. Buyers came in, right? So market buyers came in, hit limit orders, fed the follow through. Then we see displacement down through here, right? And I can zoom out a little bit if you want to see. It's gonna take a second to load because Bookmap is just like that. But yeah, and so you can see we delivered down, and that was the trade. I feel like it's gonna look a lot more clean in the candlestick chart because Bookmap, I feel like it makes sense when you zoom in. But I feel like when you just start zooming out, it looks like hibi mumbo jumbo. But so I'll go back to MNQ just to show my executions, right? So this was, I want to remind myself exactly where I wanted to take profit and everything, right? So this second trade, so also I needed 2R. So imagine I needed 1R to pass, right? Took one loss. Now I need 2R to pass this eval. It's not just one eval, by the way, it's 3 evals, and I kind of need that right now, but it's kind of wild, it's emotional, right? But so this trade right here, I was waiting for a strong 1-minute candle close, delivering down off that Bookmap zone, and last second it shot down, right? So I got a bad entry. I accidentally over risked a slight amount in this trade. I accidentally over risked in the first trade a slight amount. My trade copier, not my trade copier, my contract position size calculator is it rounds. Honestly, I was thinking about making my own sheet which shows how much I risk per dollar amount per contracts and per points and everything, if that makes sense. That's something I'll do further down the line. But essentially, I got in here, right? It was more than I intended. I wanted to get it up here, and I thought, okay, well, I'll get in for less contracts. Calculated it kind of close in my head. Slightly over risk. I'm going for 1 and 2 risk to reward. You can see what happened here. It came, 75, 73. Well, no, I needed 150 points. I think I had my TP. No, it was exactly a 2-to-1. It's around there. I'm trying to remember. It was exactly a 2-to-1. So, yeah, so I missed my TP by, like, let's say a couple points, right? I was targeting 150 points, a little over 150 points. It just edged me, and it came and stopped me at break even. That was the point right here when it stopped me at break even, like almost perfectly, and then I saw this reaction down off my break even. I knew I had to step away. Like, I locked my account out. Like, I knew if I stared at these charts any longer, I was going to be really upset, if you know what I mean. And there's a good chance I could go on tilt, maybe force a trade, over trade. Like, I have a hard rule for myself. Like, if I take 2 losses in the day, I always stop myself. This wasn't 2 losses. It was 1 loss and a break even. But I just knew, like, I know myself. I just didn't trust myself to execute trades properly from this point on, if that makes sense. Like, I knew I would be thinking emotionally. So I locked myself out. Went about my day, right? Now, here I am doing my recap a couple hours later because I like doing recaps. But yeah. That was pretty much my recap. So if you guys don't know already, I do live trade Monday through Friday at 9:25 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube. So definitely pull up, hang out with me, see me take all these trades in live time. Also, if you want to see the recording of me taking every single one of these trades I just mentioned, go to the live section, match up the dates. So depending on when you saw it, might be however far back, but today is the 27th, right? So May 27th, look for that recording. You can see the whole session from start to finish. That includes me giving my initial bias, my analysis throughout, right? I normally do a recap at the end and record it today. I actually just had to step away immediately and didn't record my recap immediately after. I normally do. But yeah, so also join my free Discord if you're not in there already. But I appreciate you watching my recap. I hope you will find I hope you were able to find some value. Honestly, I feel like I did drop some value in this video because, like, one, I talked about 10 a.m. open, stuff like that, how I knew to short at all-time highs, looking at order flow, stuff like that. Just I was looking at what's being respected, what's being disrespected. I was talking about my emotions, right, as I'm trying to pass this eval, and how I handled them, right? I mean, like, because I almost crashed out today, and dude, this thing came to stop me at break even, and after that, look what it did. I mean, obviously, it hasn't hit my TP. I actually didn't look, has it? It keeps edging where I would need my limit order to be, but, like, there's a good chance this trade could have, like, stopped me at break even and went my way. But, like, it's whatever, it's the past. Like, tomorrow's a new day, right? So, but, I appreciate you watching this all the way through. If you don't mind, hit that like button. I do really appreciate it. Put a comment down below with your thoughts. Also subscribe. Have an amazing rest of your day. Best of luck with your trading. Peace out.